One day, my friends and I were out and about. We had been driving around town as usual. We had just stopped in at KFC to grab some lunch, and then we would drive up to the headland and park. The headland was a hill that overlooked the ocean, beaches and the river. A lot of the tourists would stop there, not to mention the locals also. We had parked and started eating lunch while we talked about random stuff. Being asked questions while doing things can be distracting, and I swear that's what had happened, although I didn't realise until a bit later on. After we all finished eating, I grabbed everyone's rubbish and I threw it in the bin that was sitting right in front of the car. I decided we were done, and I started the car, backed out of the car park, and we left. Now we drove up to the point, and we pulled into the car park. I went into the centre console to grab my mobile phone, but it wasn't there. I looked in my bag, and I looked all throughout the car. It was nowhere to be found. We all sat and thought, could I have dropped it on the road when I got out at the headland to throw the rubbish out? Or was it inside my KFC box, inside the rubbish bag, which was now in the bin? The only way to find out was to go back and look. We drove back to the headland and parked where we were parked before. My phone wasn't on the road or on the grass, so that ruled that out. I opened the bin and found our bag of rubbish, and sure enough, my phone was there. Thank goodness. That played out to be a funny situation. I was glad I got my phone back though. This incident happened while I was living at my friend's apartment. I came home from work one night and I was exhausted. As it was a long day, I didn't feel like socialising. I just wanted to shower and go to bed. The next morning, I was up earlier than my flatmate as I was looking for my mobile phone. I couldn't find it in my bedroom. I couldn't find it anywhere else in the house. Where the hell was it? I decided to retrace my steps from last night. I thought to myself, I definitely left work with it. I was sure of it. So I decided to check the lift, check the hallways, and to check my car and the car park. Unfortunately, after almost 45 minutes of searching, I couldn't find it. I decided to walk down to my work to see if it was possibly in the lost property. Luckily, it was my day off, so I didn't have to stress out about work as well as this. It was my lucky day though, as it was in the change drawer. I must have left it there last night and didn't realise it. I could have sworn I left work with it. Me and the supervisor on duty had a bit of a laugh about it. I was glad I didn't lose my phone after all. This incident happened not too long ago, as I was working my cleaning job at the primary school I cleaned at. It was a normal kind of day. I was just doing my routine cleaning. I would clean one building, then I'd move to the next, and then to the last building. Each building I would remove the rubbish from all of the bins. I would then clean tables and benches, mop and vacuum floors, clean glass, and then clean the toilets and mop the bathroom floors. I had made it to the second building and I started removing the rubbish before vacuuming and wiping down surfaces and cleaning the glass. I would take all the rubbish I had so far out to the dumpster. Then I'd come back and continue on. By the time I had finished the second building, I was moving to the third and final building for the night. And I went to grab my mobile phone out of my pocket, but it wasn't there. Where did I leave my phone? I went into every room in every building that I had cleaned already, and I still couldn't find it. I looked around the school grounds outside. I looked in the cleaning rooms, but still no luck. And it was now getting dark, so I couldn't look without a flashlight. I gave up and finished my work and went home without it. I got home and told my partner that I had lost my phone, but luckily my partner used Google on the computer at home to track where my phone was. Google had revealed that it was at the end of the back driveway to the school, which meant it was in the dumpster. How the hell did it end up in there? I had come to the conclusion that when I was emptying the rubbish from the second building, my phone must have fell out of my pocket and into one of the rubbish bags I had taken out. That's the only explanation. The next day, I was back at work and I parked around the back of the school and went straight for the dumpster. There was a lot of rubbish to go through, but eventually I felt the shape and the heaviness of my phone, and there it was. The principal and I had a good laugh about it afterwards. I was glad to get my phone back, and I was glad my phone had Google to track it down through GPS.